Hey chatters, it's me, Techno. I have returned to you once again. How are you? There we go. Hi. Greetings, my friends. So, what are we doing today? Oh, yes. That's right. We are going to be opening a box. Now, isn't that interesting? I think it is. I think opening a box is incredibly interesting and very much worth your time. Today's box has a very funny name on it. It is called DaggerHeart. And if you don't know anything about DaggerHeart, well, let me tell you, pal. DaggerHeart is a TTRPG game, sort of like Pathfinder and sort of like Dungeons and Dragons. Made by, or at least published by, the Darrington Press, and also some of my favorite people on the internet, Matthew Mercer, and his crew of goblins called voice actors. And Matthew and some other developers all sort of came together and decided, hey, for the love of TTRPG, we are just going to make our own. And they did. And to some great effect, too. So, today, I have purchased several weeks ago, I have purchased a copy of this said DaggerHeart. Now, chatters, feel free to ask any questions, or we're about to dive head in to what will be a character creator, unboxing. Doesn't that sound delightful? All of this is brought to you in part by Handcam Stream Day, because Handcam is a thing that we'll be doing today, which will be wild. I haven't done a Handcam stream ever for this channel, and it stresses me the hell out, but it'll be fine. I'm excited to see where we go from here. Oh, and as we start, I forgot something very important. Pen and paper. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. We're gonna get a pen and a piece of paper, and we'll get right into this. I've returned to you. Hi. Recently, I spotted one of those real fancy pinball machines at a cafe I frequent, and it was D&D themed. One had voice lines, and Matt Mercer apparently does the lines for it. That's awesome. It's really, really cool. So, it's time for hand cam. All right. Here we go. Let's get right into it. So, it's Wiggles. This table is a little wiggly. Forgive me for I haven't really secured the table surface. But we have our weapon of choice. These beautiful pink scissors. We will be stripping the canvas of this protective surfaces with this particular implement and release within the storytelling power of DaggerHeart. Are you excited as I am? Because I am very excited. So yes. Am I coming in clearly? Hello? Is my reception decent? I really hope it is. Yes. And as any good... You could hear me just fine? Yes, fantastic. So, I also have another weapon. A weapon of utmost powerful ability. I have a lint roller. Yes. It is very important to remove all cat hair, or the cats are very rampant this time of day. So, regardless of what we're doing here, we might be visited by a fluffy animal. I don't know when or how that will happen, but I really hope it's not violent, because they will appear at random. They are mysterious creatures. So, let's take a look at this. I have no idea what this section is. It's currently 79 degrees in my apartment and I'm going to die. Moving cat hair feels like a futile task. That's fair. So, we have this. This is a book, chat. This is important. This is the meat. But I don't know what this is. This is a mysterious section for us. We also have the back. It says, DaggerHeart is a heroic fantasy tabletop role-playing game designed for narrative-driven play, punctuated by fast-paced dynamic combat, and the system collaborative tools encourage everyone at the table to be a storyteller. How do we get into this? Fuck. Ah, yes. The flesh is weak. Perfect. We don't need these murder implements anymore. We'll just throw those away. Ooh. But... Man, I swear, this glove is just so fucking hard to deal with. Ugh. Alright. Get this out of the way. Ta-ta! DaggerHeart. Let's dive right in. It's like a... Oh. Well, let's set that aside. Now, I originally contacted someone from the Darrington Press going, hey guys, can I stream this? And they said, of course, buddy, as long as you don't show off every single page in the book. And I'm like, sure. So we're going to be censoring some of this, but trying to show off as much as I can without making it literally... without making the stream literally showcasing every little thing that causes it to not be necessary to purchase the book. I definitely want you to know that I really want... I would recommend supporting the developers for this, at least from the perspective of how cool this is. I've heard a lot of good things. And also, if you go to a vendor to purchase this particular DaggerHeart copy, if the vendor actually gets a larger portion of the commission, unlike other Wizard of the Coast owned titles. Names will not be named. And I think this book here contains cards. Lots and lots of cards. And they should be what we need to be able to create our first character. Which will be a lot of fun. Righto. Oh, dear God. Another seal. I just threw away my implement of war. Luckily for me, I have found another implement. Red scissors this time. You know, honestly, I need to buy more disposable scissors. Very horrible that they can only be used once. Well... Ooh. Release, which is mine. Give it to me. Free me. Yeah. Be gone. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Learning. Ooh, it's pretty. Oh, Travis Willingham. I know that person. Man, this is fun. Aren't you having a good time as I'm just sort of literally reading? Book. Right. Let's get into the others. I can't read like any good man. What? Warren? What? What words are you using? Oh. 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 Oh yeah, that's the new card smell. Sweet, delectable cardboard. Oh, look at this. It's so pretty. Wow. Okay, so is this all of Druid? Do you think this pack is just Druid? So the backings are the same. They sort of have this, like... art. Hold on. I need new scissors. These scissors won't do. Give me a second. Ugh. Alright. I found more cutting implements. Let us return. Alright, so what we have here is a pack of cards we need to open. Sort of get the... This isn't working at all. What kind of scissors are these? Ugh. Look at, they got mess in everywhere. Well, we'll just have to vacate whatever awful material that it had dropped onto my beautiful table. Much better. Scissors. I was using scissors. Are these not scissors? They cut. Never mind. Don't worry. I have found another pair of scissors. Blue this time. Those aren't scissors. Scissors have two blades. Oh. Okay. Thank you. That's incredibly helpful. Ugh. Where's my lint roller? There we go. God. Useless. All right. We have freed the cards from their confines. It is now time for me to desperately want to sleeve all of these. And if you don't know what a sleeve is, it's basically a thing that you can, you know, sort of wrap your cards in. Ah, yes. Warden of the Elements. Warden of Renewal. Guardian. Leaves wind on arms? Like this? Like this sleeve? Well, yes, but... Oh, I'm gonna get these all mixed up. Thank you, lovely box. Goodbye, lovely box. Ah, we've got a couple of copies. Eastbound. Companion. You have an animal companion by your of your choice at the GM's discretion. Stay by your side unless you tell them otherwise. Take the Ranger Companion sheet when you level up your character and choose an level up option for your companion from the sheet as well. Eastbound. Sweet. Syndicate. Well connected. When you arrive in a prompted town or environment, you know someone who calls this place home. Give them a name, note how you think they would be useful, and choose one fact from the following list. They owe me a favor. They're going to ask something in exchange. They're always in a great deal of trouble. We used to be together, long story, and we didn't part on great terms. So as you can see, some of the card's abilities that are sort of a part of this are narrative telling or narrative focused. It looks like we've got a lot of different abilities, spells, things that are all just for our characters. And with this system of cards that you put next to your character sheet, there's also somewhat of a power cost, if you see the little 2 in the corner. We'll go over what exactly that means for DaggerHeart, but the one thing I forgot to bring on today's show would be a pair of dice. Very unfortunately, I do not have 2 D8s available for, not D8s, but D10s available for tonight's sort of collection and looking through. This might be on tabletop. Fake gamer. I resent that! Words of Discord. But the rolling system for DaggerHeart is, I literally only have 1 set of dice. Maybe. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's actually in storage. It is a brand new TTRPG. It's brand new, very new. Hold on, I wanna open this one too. Just give me a second. There we go. A lovely pair of pink scissors. You know, honestly, they should make permanent scissors. Like that would be a fantastic invention. If these weren't disposable, like one-time use only, I think they'd make more of a... Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that they're just trying to make a profit. Oh well. Honestly, it's a shame. All right. Well, say goodbye to these scissors. You think I'll get a foil card? It's probably not that kind of TTRPG. Powering stock. These points... So as I was going into earlier, there's a rolling system in this game that is 2d10s. And when you roll the 2d10s, there is one dice that is dedicated to the concept of hope, and the other dice is the concept of fear. When you roll using your hopes and fears, if you roll higher with your hope, lower with your fear, and succeed on your task, you will succeed. However, if you roll 2 1s, 2 2s, or just, doubles, that is a critical success. Which is great. So a normal success is rolling high with your hope. A critical success is rolling doubles. But a failure sort of entails 2 things. Rolling lower than is necessary. Or, and it's not necessarily a failure, because you could roll high enough using your fear, and that won't fail you. What it will do when you roll high with your fear is you'll succeed, but you'll complicate. And complications are fun. What sucks is that in the UK, their scissors have to be opened with scissors, which leads to an endless Ouroboros of scissors? That sounds terrifying. Hell no. I get mine from the scissors jar. It's a jar that I have that just has scissors in it. Anyways. And now, what entails a complication? Well, I'm not entirely sure. I'm excited to read the DaggerHeart book and find out more. And see what exactly a narrative complication would sort of bring to the table. Would it be a situation to where, well, yes, scissors are only 1 use, so you would get a net gain of 0 scissors each time. Exactly, yes. Yes. That's why I have another pair of scissors here. A nice red pair, just in case we have anything else we need to open. But I'm saving these, because they're one of my last ones. Well, next to whatever that thing was that I used earlier. I don't know, guys. This thing looks sturdy enough to be more than 1 use, and also covered in some weird substance. I couldn't understand what that is. It seems to be getting everywhere. Ugh. Let's see. So which local classroom did you rob for those scissors? Good question. Yeah. As an alternative, I will distract you now with a plush from a show that people like. Here is a Gummy Goo plush from that one digital thing. There we go. He'll just be over here. Lovely. What a companion. Here, please hold these for me. Much appreciated, friend. You know, yes. So let's sort of dig into the book. I'll be dummy. I said hold these. Thank you. Good boy. Let's dig into this. DaggerHeart Core Rulebook. Right. I see. I can't just lay it on my lap and it's warm in here, and that's incredibly how quickly I am dying. Ooh, look, a premium bedroll. It says something about reducing your stress entirely and automatically upon using. Sounds lovely. A loot? That is cool. A skeleton key? There's so many neat things within these pages. Look how happy this man is. Well, I will be mostly trying to show off art from the book, as I am sharing it with you as I go through it. Let's start on the earlier pages. Oh, what a great place to start, actually. The classes. The classes. It says here. Amigo. Amigo, I genuinely appreciate you coming onto my show, you know, and hanging out and looking at stuff, but I need the space. You're just gonna have to be over here in spirit. There we go, big guy. So, step 1, choosing our class. Cat hair? How? How in the hell is there cat hair on this already? There wasn't even a cat! Where did the cat hair come from? Dear Lord. Okay, well, where's my weapon of war? Aha! Oh, it's... I will never give up. I will never surrender to the cat's hair. Oh, dear God. Release. Release. Thank you. It appears to be stuck. I have made a terrible mistake. Let's not do that again. Wow. Dear God. Okay. It seems that we are fine. Character creation. Unless you're the GM, the first step to DaggerHeart is to create a character. In addition to choosing classes, community, ancestry, you're also responsible for crafting their physical appearance, personality. Their physical appearance, personality, and prior experiences, as well as their relationships with other characters. Some of these decisions are purely narrative, meaning that they only appear in the game through your role-playing, but others are mechanical choices that affect the actions you're more or less likely to succeed at when rolling your dice. Lovely. I've got to get these cards out of here. Bring back the funny thing. Hold on. Somebody just threw this thing on the floor. Who would do such a thing? Disgusting. Trash. Ah, yes. Cards. cards are so lovely. Call of the Slayers? You're an inspirational warrior to all who travel with you? Oh, God. I'm so happy about this book. Ooh! Anyways. Lolly, 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 lolly. How lovely. They even got a three-eyed deer right here. I like the space theming. Right. Cat hair. Dear God. All right. Getting started. Before you create a character, discuss the campaign with your... As I was saying... Cat hair. Before you're getting started creating a character, discuss the campaign with your table and begin brainstorming ideas. There are many mechanics mentioned in character creation section that will be useful, or that'll be fully covered in Chapter 2. Have a session 0. That is very important. Think about your character before you begin the character building process. It can be helpful to review the materials and formulate ideas for what type of character you want to play. Your concepts could be surface level and general, such as circus performer who uses magic, or a captain who's lost their ship at sea. But having even more basic starting points will help you make choices as you move through each of the following steps. Step 1. Choose your class. The first step of a character creation is to choose the class you want to play. Each class is a role-based archetype that determines what abilities you will have access to throughout the campaign. For example, you might choose to play a guardian if you want to be the tank of your group, who runs into fights headfirst and protects others with their own life. You might choose to be a wizard if you want to cast unique spells to solve problems, heal the party members, and wield cunning battle magic. Once your class has been chosen, you will also choose a subclass. The subclass are subsets of each class that further defines your character's archetype. Hiccups. Oh. Bard, Druid, Guardian, Ranger, Rogue, Seraph, Sorcerer, Warrior, Wizard. That seems to be the end of our classes. Look how cute she is. She's eating an apple. That is very good. It wards off the doctors that are to come. You know, I've actually seen a doctor's head explode after being delivered 500 apples. Dangerous things. I think the healthcare system should probably invest in some sort of apple sensor that keeps them from being integrated or anywhere near one of the hospitals. Couldn't imagine the absolute devastation to the infrastructure of humanity if someone delivered apples to a hospital. Evil. What an evil thing to do. Anyways. It also has subclasses. It says here, Bard has Troubadour or Wordsmith. Troubadour is... I'm saying this wrong for sure. If you want to play music to bolster your allies. Wordsmith is you want to use clever wordplay to captivate crowds. Druid is Warden of the Elements or Warden of Renewal, which we saw those cards earlier. Oh, wow. Yes. The stalwart, if you want to play heavy blows and keep fighting, or take heavy blows. And then play vengeance if you want to strike down your enemies who harm you or your allies. Ranger, the Beastbound in the Wayfinder. Rogue is the Nightwalker in the Syndicate. Seraph is Divine. Play a Winged Sentinel. Or the Divine Wielder. Elemental Origin or Primal Origin. Ooh. So, what class do we want to play, Chad? We've got some time here to discuss a character. What do we want to play? There's so many options to choose from here. And to be perfectly honest, we've got some character creating to do. I was thinking, maybe like, I don't know, a handsome square, and then he had a very large and valiant smile. Yes, in this square with the big biceps, big biceps for him, and he would be very strong. Yes. Wrong. It's all coming together. Does he want to punch people? Is there a punchy class? Is there something that is akin to a monk? We'll have to see. And then he's not only super strong. Wrong. He is smart. He's got smart. Yes. Very, very handsome. It's missing something. I'm not sure what, though. It could be better than a strong, handsome, and smart person. It's like all the things. Maybe a flaw. Yes, a flaw. Is that fucking cat hair? God. Anyways. Get this out of here. All right. So, we need a character flaw, and good characters all have flaws. Now, he might be strong and smart, but what if he EP? EP. Maybe that's not flaw enough. I'm really struggling here. What if he can't speak? That's a huge flaw. Mute. For example, Cyril has 0 wisdom and survival instincts. It's very true. Maybe. You can use sign language or magical constructs to convey his messages. What if he had a little friend And a nice little hat. Little hat here. Little hat with stars on it. Nice. And then on his hat here, he had a nice little crocodile friend. Yes. And his crocodile friend, he can't talk. No talk. And this one here, one of his big flaws is that he's from out of town. And what that means is essentially his common sense is very bad. Yes. So, like, things that other people consider normal are strange to him, or the other way around. Culture and difference of opinion. And also, since he's from out of town, he has like no idea about the lay of the land. I would say he's socially awkward, possibly. Let's see, what else? So we've entirely dumped our charisma stat. So we're not playing a bard, and we're strong and smart. What if the strength is an illusion? Maybe there is no strong. What if you just think he's smart? We could play something like, I would say a wizard, or he's not sneaky. Maybe we'll play a wizard. The School of Knowledge. Wizard. This is a wizard. Or maybe a druid. He could be either or. Being out of town and not having the common sense necessary is very possible. Wow, our character's really coming along. Now that we have the art for him, we set that aside for later. We need to develop his classes and his skills. Character sheet, character guide. Once you've chosen a class, grab the corresponding character sheet and character guide, and then decide the subclass and take that subclass's foundation card. The character sheet is for recording character details, so make sure to have paper or digital copies available. If you're filling out a hard copy, use a pencil, as you'll change details on the sheet as your character levels up. Record your level, record character details, class features. Choose a community. Next, you'll choose a community from the available community cards. Your character's community is influenced by its physical location, values, and goals. It performs the culture your character grew up on, and maybe even play a part in the way they look, act, or approach situations. Each community comes with a feature that you could utilize during the game. Take the card from one of the following communities, then write its name in the heritage field on your character sheet. Okay. Is this Super Meat Boy music? Yes. You've found out my secret. We're going to have to go through this and start collecting cards out of this to start building our class. Now, I don't know what they mean by choose a subclass. Is it like a I'm a wizard and my subclass is School of Knowledge? Or is it I'm a wizard and I choose one of the other subclasses? Or like a weird multi-class combination thing? I'll have to figure that out later. For now, let us continue. I'll actually leave you on the page full of classes, sort of bring it into frame while I sort of go through cards, so if you want to decide on making your own class today, you can, alongside. Well, it seems that I've become into an impasse. I have 4 card boxes to open, which means I need 4 different cutting implements. So I must return shortly, for I only have 1 pair of scissors. So, give me 1 second. All right. I found some more scissors. I'll be right back. All right. I've gotten all the scissors I need. Beautiful. Let us continue. Ability. Spell. Ability. Hair notches. I see that. This sort of band that's on it, but I have no way of getting at it. It's so complicated, honestly. Well, let's get to it. Ah, yes. How do these ones come apart? What a horrible design. La la la. Oh, community cards. Ancestry. This is the one we were looking for. Useless. Is not using the card tear strips for the bit or because you don't know about them? You asking me if it's for the bit? You see this? This horrible yellow thing? There is no physical possible way I could grip this. It is a horrible design. Why would they leave it like this and say it's ease of use if, like, it's not accessible to everybody? I can't use them. Ah, yes. The fabled last red scissors. Lovely. Well, the business. Okay. Gah. Evil. Evil design. Evil. False hopes. No. Bad. Get these out of here. All right. We've got some character. I don't know, looks like a skill issue. How dare you? Listen, I don't think you're being inclusive enough. Obviously, someone like me just simply can't use the funny little strips at the corner of very, plastic bags and stuff like that. And scissors are a very big necessity. What? Stick your tongue out at me. Spells, abilities, bare bones. You choose not to equip armor, and you have basic armor score of +3 plus your strength. Oh, it's like a barbarian. So cool. Bold presence. Oh. Oh my. Oh, excuse me. Right. So, character creation. Choose your heritage. Choose your character's heritage. This aspect of your character includes 2 elements: their ancestry and their community. Okay, so... Right. Link. I guess. Sure. Let's see if we could find the Clink card. Grimoire? Ah! The race card. Is it literally just unbreakable? Wow. All right. Cool. Let us continue. Human. High stamina. Whew. Humans are most easily recognized by their dexterous hands, round ears, and bodies built for endurance. Gain an additional stress slot at character creation. Adaptability. When you fail to roll that utilize one of your experiences, you can mark as stress to reroll. Lovely. Humans having a reroll ability, sort of like halflings in D&D, is super cool. Ignore the wiggling. Wiggling, we're not there. Cool. Infernus, Giant, Goblin, Link. This is our race card. It says here, Links are sentient mechanical beings built from a variety of materials, including metal, wood, and stone. Decide who made you for your and for what purpose. At character creation, choose one of your experiences that best aligns with this purpose, and gain a permanent +1 bonus to it. Efficient. When you take a short rest, you could choose a long rest move instead of a short rest move. Ooh. You see. What a lovely card. Okay. So we've found our ancestry. Now we need to find that cat hair. Is never mind. Anyways, look, fungal. Look at that. It's like a big mushroom person. That's so cool. And like a turtle. Oh my god. It's a fucking feline. Oh my god, cat girl. Finally. The prophesized one. There he is. He's on the cover of the book. Frog Blast. I've changed my mind. We're going to be a ribbit. Get this clank card out of here. Your services are no longer required. Alright, a ribbit. Ribbits resemble anthropomorphic frogs with protruding eyes and webbed hands and feet. You could breathe and move naturally underwater. You could use your long tongue to grab onto things within close range, mark a stress that uses your tongue as a finesse close weapon at deals D12 physical damage using your proficiency. A D12? Holy shit! A D12? That's base? Damn. For Pathfinder, that's crazy. That is just a feature that kicks someone's ass. But sure. Let's add Ribbit here. In my very well organized character development sheet. This one looks like a monkey. Yeah, it is. Like a monkey card. I gotta say, I absolutely love the art. Oh, and on the back, like I discussed earlier, sort of is a representation of hopes and fears. Very, very cool for a title like DaggerHeart. Right. Highborn. Lowborn. Orderborn. Interesting. Being part of an Orderborn community means that you're from a collective that focuses on discipline or faith, and you are uphold a set of principles that reflect your experience there. Interesting. Ridgeborn. Being part of a Ridgeborn community means that you call the rocky peaks and sharp cliffs of the mountainside your home. Seaborn! Nice. What else do we got? Underborn. Slyborn. Slyborn. Being part of a Slyborn community means that you come from a group that operates outside of the law, including a manner of criminals, grifters, and con artists. I see. All right. Underborn. Being part of an Underborn community means that you're from a subterranean society. While you're in an area with low light or heavy shadows, you have the advantage on rolls to hide, investigate, and perceive details in that area. The Wonderborn. Being part of a Wonderborn community means that you've lived as a nomad, forgoing permanent home and experiencing a variety of cultures. Maybe. Wildborn. Being a part of a Wildborn community means you lived deep within the forest. Your movement is naturally silent, and you have advantage on rolls to move without being heard. And it seems like we're back to ability cards. We'll try to condense the ability cards. They sort of printed it and just shoved them all together. I'm going to try my attempts to organize them when I put them back in this folder. But for now, I am a Ribbit. I am a Ribbit from Highborn Society. So that means not only have these cards absolutely influenced the way I want to build my character, which we started with this, a rectangle, super smart EP wizard. Wizard, this is no more. This character concept, though loved, is trash. And that's okay. Not continuing with your first idea is fine. Maybe we could revisit this idea. Maybe we could use it later for something else, a character or an NPC. But for now, they're out of here. And our continued adventures with a Ribbit, the Highborn Ribbit, is where we'll continue. Mm-hmm. So, our Ribbit, with his big eyes, and frog-like smile. By recreating Cornelius. No! We're gonna play a wizard. We don't need a sword. Look at this. I just think he's too fucking cute. I love him. Okay? He's just so cute. Now, here's the most important feature. This is what identifies everything about him. A big hat. This is character concept right here. This is the creation of something beautiful. Let us continue. Now that we have our big hat frog, who is a wizard, I wonder if we could find his class in these cards. These are the three options I want to choose from here. Sorry, I'm just sort of pondering. I'm going to stick with my original assessment of what our character would have been. Or is it? Take an additional domain card of your level or lower from a domain you have access to. Well, we're going to have to figure out what the hell that means here in a second. Next, you'll assign values to the character traits on your ability sheet. Well, I guess we should get started. Agility. Strength, finesse, instinct, presence, and knowledge. You will assign character traits on your character sheet. These values reflect your natural or trained ability in each one of your core 6 strats. We'll put it in now as... this... What? That's a if. This is an F. I'm sure my horrible handwriting, you'll understand. Instinct. Presence. And knowledge. Wow. This is very legible and understandable. And that's what I like about it. Alright. Trait modifiers are values associated with each trait. When you make an action, roll using one of these traits. That trait's modifier is added to the roll to determine the final result. Distribute the following starting modifiers across your character's traits in any order. Well, he's knowledgeable to the max, so he's got a +2 in this bitch. He's a very smart frog. Now, his strength is probably 0. And his presence, his charm performance, is maybe lacking because he smells like swamp water. So we have our smelly, swampy, very smart frog, whose instinct is at a 0. Now, his instinct is +1. His strength and agility are at 0. And we just get one more +1, which is here. Okay. So our stats are 0, 0, 1, 1, -1, and 2. This is the standard set of things that we could start off with. Tomiko, no! I'm sure he'll be fine. He's lost to the Scissor Void. Scissor right here. Now, what's interesting is about that is the modifiers are pretty low, especially at the start. I'm wondering what that means. When distributing these modifiers, consider what actions you want your character to be good at. what weapon they want to use for their attacks, and what kind of spellcasting you're doing, if any. Weapons and spells are covered in future sections. Cool. Step 4. Record additional character information. It's time for a quick breakdown for making those choices, and instead fill out a few sections on your character sheet. Your evasion. The character's evasion reflects how hard it is for adversaries to hit him. Your class's starting evasion appears right beneath the evasion field on your character sheet. Your classes. Right. We don't know. Oh my god! Look at them! Look at the frogs! Look at him! He's so precious! Aha! Oh. Lovely. Oh! Look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. In the book binding, they have two little, oh my god, what? Yes. They have place markers built into the damn book. And they're two different colors that represent your hopes and fears. Look at this. The hopes and fears, like, it's everywhere. It's the whole thing about DaggerHeart. Hope, your shining resolve. Fear, it gives you strength, but at a price. It's so cool! Alright, wizard. Wizard subclass. Knowledge. Knowledge. Oh, here's our stuff. We're going to leave a little thing here. All right. Starting evasion. He's 11. Health? 5. 5 health. Item class. You're a book that you're trying to translate or a tiny, harmless elemental pet. Okay. Wizard's Hope feature. Not this time. Spend 3 hope to force an adversary within far range to re-roll an attack or a damage roll. Class features. Prestidigitation. It's fucking built in. You perform harmless, subtle magic effects. For example, you could take... Okay. For example, you could change an object's color, create a smell, light a candle, cause a tiny object to float and illuminate a room, or repair a small object. Repair a small object? Dude, this game's prestidigitation is so good. What? Strange patterns. Choose a number between 1 and 12. When you roll that number on a duality dice, gain a hope or clear a stress. You could change this number when you take a long rest. That's cool. So like an additional crit mechanic or an incentive. Oh shit, it's D12s. It's not D10s, it's D12s. God. Okay. Spell trade knowledge, foundation features. Is there a card for my subclass? Oh, it is. Right here. Yes. Cool. All right. Going back to this page. Lovely. Evasion, hit points, and stress. Okay. Hit points and stress. Hit points are sometimes called HP. Are an abstract reflection of your physical fortitude and the ability to take hits from both blade and magic. Each class starts with a set of number of hit points. Stress reflects your ability to withstand the pressure of dangerous situations and mental strain. Every class starts with 6 stress. You can describe your character's hit points and stress in any way you wish, but they generally represent your character's ability to get knocked down and keep coming back. Lovely. Hopes and fear. Hopes and fear are currencies used by the players and the GM to represent the way fate turns for or against the characters during the game. You start with 2 hope. Mark these in the hope field in your character sheet. Anytime you roll with hope on your duality dice, meaning your hope dice rolls higher than your fear dice, you gain a hope to a maximum of 6. During the game, you can spend hope to help your character's allies, apply their life experience to challenges, and empower their spells and abilities. You could instead roll with fear on your duality dice, meaning your fear dice roll higher than your hope dice. The GM gains a fear that they can spend on certain effects. Sometimes a fear roll induces other complications into a scene, even if you succeeded on your roll. Choose your weapons. Use your physical weapon to attack foes, magical weapons, so on and so forth. Next, you'll start choosing weapons, armors, and other items. Lovely. Choose an armor from the armor table. We could do that later. Choose other starting items from your inventory. Create your background. Next, explore your character's background by answering the background questions in your character guide. Several prompts are provided to jumpstart inspiration for you, but the GM can modify or replace these questions to fit the character you're looking to play. This promotes the prompts are jumping off point. If you don't know where to start, but they should never inhibit your creativity. The decisions you make about your character's background should be purely narrative, but they deeply impact the character you're playing and the story the GM is preparing for your adventures. Over the course of the character creation, feel free to adjust mechanical choices you make in earlier steps to better reflect this background as you shape your character. Background questions for the wizard. All right. Answer any of the following background questions. You could also create your own. What responsibilities did your community once count on you for, and how did you let them down? You've spent a life searching for a book or an object of great significance, and what it is and why is it so important to you. You have a powerful rival. Who are they, and why are you so determined to defeat them? As your fellow players want... Oh yeah, right, connections. All right, cool. Now explore your character's background by answering yes. Oh, the character sheet! This is exciting. Choose your domain cards. Rate your experiences. Domains. Domains are a core building block of DaggerHeart's classes. The following domains are included in this book: Arcana, Blade, Bone, Codex, Grace, Midnight, Sage, Splendor, and Valor. Each domain has a domain deck. A deck of cards containing abilities and spells with certain themes or focus. For details on what each domain represents and how to use your domain cards, see the domain section. Each DaggerHeart is formed by combining two of these domains. For example, the Warrior class comprised of Blade and Bone, the Druid comprised of Arcana and Sage, and a Rogue comprised of Midnight and Grace. This combination is noted as the top of your character sheet for each class. The colors and the symbols are found in the subclass Foundation card. To start, look at all the level 1 cards from your class's 2 domains and choose 2 cards, returning the rest of them to the respective decks. You take 1 from each domain or 2 from a single domain, whichever you prefer. These cards grant you special abilities. You'll choose another card each time you level up. So, is my wizard a domain of any kind? Domains: Codex and Splendor. So, well, those have a symbol. So these symbols on the cards are some sort of domain. Now, I don't know exactly what a domain looks like, so we're going to try to see if we could find the domain section, the start of our book. Page 24. There we go. Domains. And we are Codex and Splendor. Splendor. We just lost a card. It's down. It just fell. No. Don't go with the scissors. Please. We're good. I found it. Codex and Splendor. Codex, Splendor. So blue and yellow cards. Aha. I have found our Codex. Oh, right. We just saw one, but there was a card that shared domains. This one. God, that's so cool. Chat, it's peak. Chat, it's fucking peak, I'll be honest. It's illusions. I think we only have a few level 1 choices. I think these 3 cards here are our level 1 choices for our wizard. And we gain a card when we level up. So this would be a level 4 card. This will be a level 5, so on and so forth. A level 6 card. And it seems to be ending at level 10. At least I haven't seen a card past that. So we're going to use the Book of Typhon, Wild Flame, Magic Hand, and Mysterious Mist. Bolt Beacon. Make a spellcasting roll against a target with far range. On success, spend a hope and send that bolt of shimmering light towards them, dealing D8 plus 2 magic damage using your proficiency. The target becomes temporarily vulnerable and glows brightly until the condition is cleared. Amending Touch. Spend 2 hope to clear hit points and stress on them. Whoa, what? You lay your hands upon a creature and channel healing magic to those who close their wounds. You could take a few minutes to focus on the target you're helping, and you could spend 2 hope to clear a hit point or a stress on them. Okay, so it's 1. It's 1 hit point or stress. I thought it was all of them, and I was like, that's a level 1 card? Holy shit! But that's not the case. Reassurance. Once per rest, right after an ally attempts an action roll, but before the consequences take place, you offer assistance in the words of support. What you do, your allies can re-roll their dice. I will be taking Reassurance. So, we are now a frog wizard with some knowledge about the codex and divine magics, and we have decided that we will use flame and mist and also a pat on the back to support our friends. I love this. This is so cool. There's so much more combinations that we're not even discussing. There's like mixes, like shared domain classes and stuff like that. Like this one is a combination of sage and blade, or excuse me, sage and bone. It's Wayfinder stuff, and it's like, it's all of this is so cool. It's so cool. I mean, these are, yeah, no, but there's spells that are, never mind. Listen, there's more. There's more. There's so much to this, and to my benefit, I have the ability to enjoy, basically none of this. I don't have a player base to play this with yet. And I would love to be able to just play the damn thing, but I'm going to end up having to DM a DaggerHeart game. And that's fine. I'm going to take time in between streams to go through this and really, really read up on what DaggerHeart is, and then come back and talk to my friends about it. And if you're interested in getting DaggerHeart, it might be at one of your local games shops. It might be hi, Dork. It might be you can find it online. It's cool, and there's so much to this, and so much nuance, and so much storytelling potential. Because DaggerHeart isn't just it's not just another numbers game, which it can be, but like this is something that is decidedly inspired by the concept that roleplay is a mechanic. Roleplay is not only a mechanic, but a necessity to be able to establish in a scene the best outcome you can as a character to tell a story. And through your storytelling abilities, basic character features such as prestidigitation, which are for mostly role-playing people, is built into their character. A wizard just has that shit. And that's really important. That's really important to being able to tell, like, how he came, like, this frog here has a constant companion of, like, a little friend, little globule of light that follows him around and he talks to. There's so much to establish here. There's so much to delve into and love about this. And of course, I am incredibly biased. I'm so damn biased, dude. It hurts. And like, what if maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. Who knows? I'll see soon. And I can't wait to playtest this and get into this and do stuff with friends with DaggerHeart. And really just sort of, instead of like being excited, really formulate my own opinions. I don't know. I as a person who's played D&D and run a D&D game, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition game, and a Shadowrun game, I think tabletop RPGs, they have a lot of advantages and disadvantages per system. I think D&D is very samey, and it sort of has this sort of like, it's more game than roleplay. Especially when written into the rules, a lot of it is just game. And D&D being just game is fine, and that's nice. And like you sort of just, you know, as someone who plays D&D as just game, you're just waiting for the next combat, or you know, you're just waiting to throw an investigation roll in a room because you threw some points into that stat. But this incorporates roleplay as much as it is game. It's a balance. It's cool. Fuck, dude, I can't explain it. I'm literally rambling. I rambled so hard that like my throat got like parched. I know jack shit. We're gonna read this book at a later time. I can't wait. That's it. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And that's it. That's the end of stream. This is DaggerHeart. We're not gonna be able to play a class.
Berry Sleeps just resubscribed for 29 months. Morning, I just woke up. Berry's one. Berry
Hi,
sleeps.
Berry. Greetings to you. How are you? We did an unboxing of DaggerHeart. We're looking at the cards and the abilities and everything. Look, Barry. Look at this sweet, sweet cardboard. Oh, yes. Fresh. It's a game. It's got a lot of really cool stuff with it. The cards are a nice touch. More to come. More in the future. Look forward to more DaggerHeart content, hopefully. After I read the whole thing. Look forward to me discussing and bringing up stuff and a guide to making your character in a fucking actual coherent way. And so on and so forth. thank you for coming to my first hand cam stream, which has been super fun. Thank you for making memories with me tonight as we sort of put everything away. That is the end of stream. That's it. I sort of figured it'd be around 2 hours. We made a class. We're ready to play. We don't know all the rules. We'll end up learning them soon. But I will tell you of our future frog adventurers' escapades into the world that is DaggerHeart. Thank you for joining, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for some Deltarune Chapter 3. But as that is, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on in here, making memories with us. I will see you all later. Make sure to drink plenty of water, take care of yourselves, and see you tomorrow.